Welcome back, everybody. You are watching the morning show right here on TTT. Now we're going to be speaking with Fidel Sanatan, who is the manager of Community Mediation Services, the division of the Ministry of Sport and Community Development. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. Thank you for joining us this morning, Fidel.
All right, thank you.
So now we're going to be chatting about supporting the community through mediation, and we're speaking more on the community development side of things when it comes to your ministry. Tell us about this program that has just started.
All right, well, the Community Mediation Services Division of the Ministry of Sport and Community Development began in 2006. So this year, we celebrated our 14th anniversary.
Congratulations.
And we provide two services, primarily mediation and social work. Now, when we say social work, we mean social work counseling. And the mediation is where we have two or more different parties in a dispute, and we appoint a third neutral party, that is a mediator, to help them resolve that dispute through talk therapy. Since our inception, we've had over 65,000 persons utilize our services, and we have an agreement rate of upwards of 70%. So the service has been highly utilized, and we've been able to provide value to persons.
That is very impressive figures that you gave there. And what are some of the things, if you can speak on it, what are some of the things that need to be mediated over between various parties?
Well, we have two types of disputes that we deal with, mainly civil disputes and family disputes. Now, civil disputes could cover landlord and tenant, business arrangements, and family disputes are usually between family members and persons who may be going through a divorce. This is a little bit different because we have to deal with matters of like custody and children, sometimes division of assets as well. So civil and family are those two issues that are mediated.
So does the law have to be brought into this process at any point?
Well, yes, in the sense that the mediation that we do is covered by the Mediation Act of 2004, Chapter 35, Part 2, and the Community Mediation Regulations of 2007. So we are covered by legislation in our activities. Additionally, we do receive matters from the court. So the Magistrates Court refers matters to us at times, and we have received matters from the High Court as well. So it's not that mediation operates outside the confines of law. It's very much inside the confines of legislation in Trinidad and Tobago.
Now you have a project, the Parenting Support Group. Tell us a little about that.
All right. So this year, we have an exciting event that we're putting forward, which is our first virtual parenting support group. Now, the parenting support group came out of the client population we had, in that some persons received counseling services or mediation, and they wanted continued support from the organization. So we have monthly meetings in our centers in Trinidad and Tobago, where we have support groups for persons. And then once a year, we would do a national meeting where all the groups would come together. What we are doing this year for the first time because of the pandemic is that we are offering this large meeting virtually via Zoom. And it's going to take place next week from Monday, the 28th, to Thursday, October the 1st. And it's going to be on Zoom for 1 hour from 12:30 to 1:30.
What's the aim of this event? Fidel, can you hear me? Fidel, can you hear me? Well, we know how it goes with the technology nowadays. What about now, Fidel? Can you hear me now?
Perfect.
Okay, great. Well, we always have to roll with the punches here with this new normal. But what I was asking, what is the main aim of the project?
All right. Well, the aim of this particular symposium is that persons are going to deal with issues that they've identified from our client population, in that how to manage stress, how to become resilient, how to assess your strengths, providing tools for decision making and techniques to discern your purpose.
These are such big topics here and very needed in this time now where we're facing so many unprecedented challenges that many would never have faced before, if not all. When it comes to this symposium, what do you think is the main takeaway you want those who participate to leave with?
Wow, that is, well, we have so many topics that we're going to be touching on. The biggest thing I think we want people to walk away with is a feeling of empowerment, in that what we are about in community mediation is providing persons with skills, tools, and techniques to face challenges and overcome conflicts that they have in their life. It could be conflicts that they're having with other people or conflicts that they are dealing with themselves. So, in many ways, we do psychoeducational and therapeutic programs to assist persons overcome those challenges. So we hope that people walk away with new tools, new knowledge, new skills, new techniques to face the challenges that they have in their life.
Well, would you say this is targeted toward? Is it more toward the youth? Is it more toward mature adults? Who is it?
All right, well, it is primarily targeted towards persons who are parents, guardians, or caregivers. But we're not restrictive in that if you are not a caregiver, you don't have, we wouldn't stop you from coming. But the core audience of this particular program are persons who are parents, persons who are guardians, persons who are caregivers.
You gave a brief overview of the function of the division earlier as we were chatting. How are things going to move forward now in this time where so much has to be virtual? Can it still be done? Can you still do your function, perform your function while having to do it in a virtual format?
Thank you for asking that question. It is a challenge that we are trying to rise to the occasion of. Currently, all of our services are being done via the phone or via Zoom. We are in the process of upgrading our office's technology to deal with a wider bandwidth and deal with more clients. We do see ourselves meeting that challenge, hopefully by the end of the year, where we could roll out with more technology to serve persons. However, I would say that we haven't stopped. Our offices are still open. It's just that we're not seeing people face to face anymore.
Right.
If you call us, someone will answer the phone. We respond to emails, and we are in the process of delivering our services, the programs that we would usually offer via Zoom and other virtual platforms.
And how has it been working out? You know, if you have to mediate between two parties, I mean, face to face is the ideal. And in some cases is very necessary. So now that things have to be done either over the phone or via a virtual feed of some sort, you know, has it lessened how has it affected the outcomes?
All right, well, I can give you a real example. We are currently doing our Zoom sessions in a hybrid model, in the sense that not everybody, so mediation, as I said before, there is a legal requirement in terms of how mediation is to take place, and we don't want to discriminate against persons who experience digital poverty. So for our mediation services, what we have is a hybrid model where we have two, what we call mobile mediation units, which are buses. We will have one party on a bus, one party in a building, and a mediator in a separate location.
Right.
And that way, we know that the two persons experiencing the mediator, the two parties involved in the mediation are in a safe and controlled confidential environment. And the mediator is also in a safe, controlled, and confidential environment, thereby meeting the requirements that we have for the mediation. And I want to stress something. All of our services they're free, they are voluntary and confidential. So these are the criteria that we put out for ourselves to meet.
That is wonderful news. And before we go, how do we gain access to the symposium that is coming up?
All right, so to gain access to it, what you're doing is going to the Ministry of Sport and Community Development's Facebook page. There is a poster up there with the link to the form to register. I'm on my Facebook page right now, and it's still up. So we are still taking registration. So you're going to the Ministry of Sport and Community Development's Facebook page and clicking on the Parenting Support Group Symposium 2020 to register.
All right, and well, you got all the information there, and I do encourage everyone to check out the website and the Facebook page of the Ministry of Sport and Community Development. With that, I want to say thank you very much, Fidel Sanatan, for joining us this morning.
All right, thank you for having us.
And congratulations on the 14 years of great work, and we look forward to many more.
All the best.
All right, take care. All right, so that was Fidel Sanatan, who is the Manager of Community Mediation Services there with the Ministry of Sport and Community Development.